What's going down? What's going down? Happy New Year, good people out here in this world, man. Hope y'all had a great holiday season, Christmas and New Year's, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, man. Hope it was good to you. And you had a lot of good family time and friends and fellowship and all that good stuff, man. So welcome to this ninth season of my favorite show and your favorite show every Wednesday at noon. We call it Noonish.
Noonish.
I am your Noonish Sports and Tech. Let me not cut a shout. So I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, man. Thank y'all for joining us today. We got a very good show ahead of us, and y'all know who it is in the building with me today. It's my unk. Y'all might call him Ronald. Mr. Ronald Boulware in the building. What's going down, huh?
Oh, not much, man. We just, we missing Jonas, Jonas.
Yeah.
We know you taking care of business and all that, but when you get free from the bag, come on back and talk. Do a little tech talk.
Only when you get free from the bag,
Only
man.
when you get free from the bag.
If there's
get
any
the
reason.
bag first, Jonas. That come first.
Yeah.
Because the bag bring everything else with it.
If there's ever a reason or any reason to miss, it is to get that bag.
It is to get that bag.
And you will never hear me anyone say anything about anything getting that bag, man.
So happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, sir.
And, this is season 9 of Noonish. So we ready to go. We got a lot of good topics, man. We got to dive in, talk about several different things, you know.
We're going to have some fun, man.
Yeah, we're going to bring some clarification to some of this stuff.
yeah, a little clarification.
Clarification.
If you're seeking answers, you come to the right place, man. So, we're going to go on and get this thing cracked off. Y'all know what we got to talk about first and foremost. It is the Dallas Cowboys, man. And one, Jimmy Johnson being placed in the Ring of Honor. Was that deserved, Dunk? What you think about it?
Yeah, Jimmy deserved to be in the Ring of Honor. Him and Jerry was, a millionaire to billionaire fussing.
Yeah,
That's what that was. And you know who that come from Jerry.
Yeah.
So, it was just a millionaire to billionaire that's been homeboys for a long time, and one wanted to take more credit than the other one. And the other one was like, hold up, no.
Yeah.
I got just as much credit as you now. Well, you can't tell me. You can't tell me either. Well, I pay your check, but I got enough millions, I can get my ball and go home.
Man, that ego, man. Big egos mess good things up all the time.
And Jerry got the biggest ego because he got the most money.
Absolutely. And that's I mean, look,
it just go like that.
If he'd have just done what he was supposed to do and be a great owner, and he did what he was supposed to do. He brought in a great coach, went and got a great team.
But he wouldn't get out the way.
Then he didn't get out the way. He wanted too much credit. But it's all good, man.
Yeah, but it's all good now. And Jimmy deserved to be in the Ring of Honor. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that he was here from 1988 to
89 to 93.
93, and did as much as he did. Because he was in 89. I thought he was here for like 8 years or something.
I thought he was here longer than that too. I really did.
Yeah, because literally, he went 1-15 that first year.
Yeah.
And by his fourth or fifth year,
he won 2 Super Bowls.
You know what I'm saying? So what? It was 89, 90, 91, 92, 93 was his last year?
Yeah, so
he won 92 and 93 Super Bowls. Yeah. Huh? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
He pulled off him and Jerry together. I don't know who was the orchestrator or whatever, but they pulled off the greatest trade in the history of football.
Oh, with that Herschel Walker trade?
Man, ain't nobody never got that much.
They got like 10 players out of Minnesota, draft picks and all kinds of stuff, right?
Man, they got people like Darren Woodson and stuff with those draft choices that they got.
Yeah. And built that team up.
Yeah, and they got all kind of players, man.
Yeah, it wasn't no salary cap back then either.
No. So that alone, to me, I have never seen anything. There's no, because when they did it, I'm a Dallas fan, but I say ain't no player worth all that.
Man, I'm telling you. And Herschel Walker, he was a dog, but goodness gracious.
But and then a couple of years later, guess what? Herschel came back.
Yep. Was it Minnesota that he went to? Or was
Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy,
and then
man.
Came back
to this day.
To
this day. It's crazy, man. But congratulations, Jimmy Johnson, man. They say the curse has been lifted finally, and it kind of seems that way after some of the calls and things that we got in this last game. But I'm glad you in there, and we're going to go on and start talking about what y'all want to talk about. Them Dallas Cowboys beating up on them Detroit Lions. Beat the brakes off them Lions. I mean, not really. not really. But, it was a good game, man. You know, it shouldn't have been that close again. As great of a game that CeeDee Lamb had, we were in that position because of CeeDee Lamb, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man.
And the Detroit Lions was in that position because of their coach.
Yeah.
He could have took the 3 points, and now you don't have to try to go for 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I don't want to go off of CeeDee Lamb just yet because we gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about CeeDee Lamb
a whole lot. But I mean, at the beginning of the season, it was an argument, that you didn't think he was really a number 1 receiver.
Well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I could be wrong. But this is the whole thing. He is a number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. When a guy, to me, this is how I do things. If a guy has done something 1 year, I can't put him over a guy that's did it 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's now this one singles year, is CeeDee a top receiver for this one single year? Yes, he's a top 5 receiver for this 1 year. He got to come back and do it a couple more times.
Yeah. Now,
because a guy like Mike Evans, he done did it 10 times in a row. And I can't say CeeDee Lamb is better than Mike Evans because he's did it 10 times.
No
That's
doubt.
the only reason.
No doubt. But, Mike Evans, who did he have? He had some pretty decent quarterbacks.
But he had a bunch of them, though.
Yeah,
he had a bunch of them.
He has.
But he did it with every one, though.
He has that as well,
So,
you can't put on the quarterback on him. But, I'm saying, like, prior to this season, CeeDee Lamb wasn't getting those, it was a lot of dump offs and pass to the tight end in that Kellen Moore system.
In the eight-grade offense?
Yeah, so CeeDee didn't really have a chance to, show what he could do. And now that he did get this opportunity, he's broken Michael Irvin's single season catch record, broke his yardage record, and these are things. It's a longer season, but the fact that he did it in the time frame of which Michael Irvin did it, you know what I'm saying? He didn't.
No, he did it one more game.
He didn't need that extra game because they still got 1 game left.
Oh, they in 17 games. Yeah, right. He did it in 16.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he did it in the same number of games. That's what mattered to me. So when I see these cats breaking these records and they need all 17 games to do it, I'm like, that ain't really breaking no record to me. I mean, and even back in the day, it was 14, 12 games?
It used to be 12 games back in the day.
And
Jim Brown rushed for 1,800 yards in 12 games.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
But then they're going to say, well, he didn't play against this person, and he didn't play against that person.
Yeah.
You can't blame that on Jim Brown.
Yeah, no doubt.
And all he could play was against the people who was in front of him.
Eric Dickerson ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games?
Yeah. And O.J. Simpson did too.
Yeah, so, when you're looking at, Derrick Henry and these other guys that have done it recently, they've had more opportunities and more chances. But yeah, man, now CeeDee Lamb he been doing his thing with these Cowboys.
He's been balling out, and I wish CeeDee the best. And I want CeeDee to be as a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, I want CeeDee Lamb personally to be the best receiver in the league so that we can throw to him and we know we're going to get the yards.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, you got to have that one dog on the team that everybody know you're going to go to. But
everybody going to know you're going to go to him, and guess what? You can't stop
They can't stop it. And now that Brandon Cooks is doing what he's doing now,
absolutely.
It seemed like Gallup and then the rising of Ferguson when we didn't think we had no tight end earlier this year. Yeah. You can't really just focus on CeeDee Lamb like that no more.
No, you can't. But our running game is suffering this year for some
reason.
Suffering for some reason.
Man, some reason.
For some reason.
Yeah, some reason up in New England.
We can't get those 3rd and 1s.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I would say this: if that would have been Ezekiel Elliott,
man,
I don't think that they would have turned him away at the half-yard line.
My whole thing is this, right? After you didn't sign Zeke that first time around, right? And then obviously he understands his value's gone down because nobody's offered him a tremendous contract.
Right.
New England signed Zeke for $3 million. We couldn't get Zeke for $3 million. I guarantee you, if we would have matched that contract, he'd come back here.
He said that he wanted to come back to Dallas.
So it's but what was the issue? Because his money was already made. He's already made his $100 million.
To prove a point.
But what's the point, though?
The point is that we have developed and we have moved on from you.
We don't need you. That's crazy.
That's the point. Sometimes that has to be the point that we don't need you anymore. We're good enough without you. I mean, and everybody played good, and I want Pollard, and I wish Pollard was Pollard is, let me say it like this, he's a lot better with Zeke than he is without Zeke.
Absolutely he is. He's a great, he's not your main feature, but he's a great accent.
Yeah. He's a great
accent piece.
He's not a Robin to Zeke's Batman.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to my Green Hornet. He's more like a Kato to a Green Hornet. Because he do Pollard can run the ball good, but when he's the main focus and you got him in on 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2 and so, you got to have some power in that situation. You got to have some kind of back. You got to have an Emmitt Smith, not a Barry Sanders.
Man.
When you want 3rd down and 2, you got to have Emmitt Smith.
Just stick your nose up in that thing and get them yards.
Go and get to 2, and then worry about hitting the home run later.
Yeah, get what we need, man. That's all we need.
That's my little Emmitt Barry Jam.
Man, I saw old Deuce Vaughn get a couple touches last game, and them boys. I mean, he can't, bro. I don't want to minimize him in his career and what he might be able to do later or at some point in the right position. But he ain't that guy that's going to stick his nose up in there. I saw a D lineman hit him and come off the field laughing because he's so small. You know what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely. And this is the thing about Deuce Vaughn and the fullback. Why you just not seeing them?
Yeah.
You should have saw Deuce Vaughn them in the first, second, third game.
Getting them acclimated, getting them in the flow.
Seeing how you can use them. Yeah. But now in these crucial situations, I don't want to see Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
it's too late. I ain't trying to see anything new right now.
Yeah.
We should know who we are, what we're great at, and we should be executing that flawlessly. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like time and time again.
But coming in with these new guys, with these new players, I'm like, come on, man, not right now. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, this ain't the time for it, man. So let's go on and talk about what needs to be talked about. Everybody is making a big deal about, the call from the referees and the referees not doing their job, and throwing this flag and giving the Cowboys the game. I don't believe he gave the Cowboys the game, first and foremost. You know what I mean? There was several violations on that play.
Well,
know. And from what I understand, number 70, the entire game, had been reporting eligible.
Right.
Right? So then when they go to run this play, this tackle eligible, it's not a trick play, but a lot of people do consider it a trick play, right? Because you're trying to deceive the defense to not account for this tackle at the end of the line as a receiver, as an eligible receiver, right? So what Detroit caught themselves up in doing was trying to be slick, right? They had number 68, I think 58, and then number 70 was running into the game. And number 70, like I said, had been checking eligible all game long, as eligible as a tackle eligible, right? So on this particular play, Detroit wanted number 68 to be the tackle eligible guy. Now, I'm not saying that it wasn't slick what they did. It was a smooth play. It worked so good it got the ref, like straight up, right? Because at this time, the entire game, again, 70 had checked eligible the entire game, right? So now when he's coming in and they're telling him who it is, as soon as he's just human nature, I'm going to anticipate, okay, 70 is an eligible receiver, right? Even though 68 is in my face, 58 is in my face. They had too many guys around. Yeah, but it was two guys.
Yeah, then what was the third guy?
That was 58.
What was the third guy?
All deception. All deception. They didn't want Dallas to know who the eligible receiver was. Oh. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So after 70's running in saying this eligibility thing, and then 68, 58 in the ref's face, referee anticipates and assumes, and when they all get up to him, he runs over to the defense immediately and alerts them, number 70 is the eligible receiver. That was a miscommunication because what they wanted him to say was number 68 was the eligible receiver. But beyond that point, alignment, right? The alignment of the offensive line and just it was illegal formation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nobody.
So it would have been illegal touching regardless, right? Because the tackle was locked on that side
number
of the
68 was not covered.
Yeah.
By the wide receiver.
Yep.
And the last man on the line of scrimmage has to be covered by a wide receiver.
Therefore, number 68 had to be backed off the line of scrimmage, correct?
No, the receiver had to be on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the receiver had to be on, but the tackle needed to be backed off. But the receiver was backed off, and the tackle was on the line of scrimmage, right? And the argument with that, well, they didn't say anything about that penalty. They didn't call that penalty.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
So they didn't call that penalty. They called the other penalty. And let me just say it like this. This is what I learned in junior high school. One time we got on the bus. We had lost a game by 3 points.
Yeah.
And we had, I think the referee had called one or two, couple touchdowns back on us. So we got on the bus. We were fussing. Oh, the coach, oh, man, that referee, he called, oh, man, they were cheating. The coach said, be quiet. He said, and then he started pointing us out. You had 2 holding penalties. You got burned for a touchdown. You know,
Yeah.
He started telling us what we did. He said, now maybe if you hadn't done that, we might have won. So quit blaming on everybody else, blaming on, look at what you could have done better.
Absolutely.
You know, and like nobody's talking about, Detroit should have kicked the field goal.
Oh, absolutely.
Trying to be too cute.
Trying to do too much. He let his emotions get the best of him.
Yeah,
and when they
absolutely.
got backed up, they should have kicked the field goal, even though we bailed them out after they got backed up the first time, right? When they said that one of our guys was offsides, right?
Yeah, but, so.
Right, and then they did it. They tried to, bro, just kick the extra point, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you drove down the field and scored, like, kick the extra point. Isn't that all they had to do?
Yeah, kick the extra point, tie the game.
Tie the game up.
And then before that, do you remember when they was inside Dallas 35-yard line and went for it on fourth and got hit, Dallas stopped them when they could have kicked the field goal.
Yeah.
They was in field goal range.
Yep.
And Dallas stopped them. That was with like 4 or 5 minutes left.
Yep. And
so if you'd have kicked that field goal, you wouldn't have to be trying to go for 2 because you would already been in the, had the lead, but you tried to be cute. You tried to outsmart you tried to show everybody you were smarter than everybody else. No, keep the game simple, stupid. And that's why they used to call it KISS.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, man.
Not saying the coach is stupid, but I'm just saying just do the easy stuff, and then you won't have to worry about the hard stuff.
Yeah, man.
Do the easy stuff.
And everybody knows what a makeup call is, right?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
There would not be such thing as a makeup call.
Yeah, then
right?
they call Michael Parsons outside.
And then that tripping call when we had the ball, right?
Absolutely.
When it was actually one of Detroit's guys
that did the trip.
Did the tripping, right? And that we could have ended the game right there, put the game out of reach right there.
Yeah.
But instead we get that tripping call, 15-yard penalty or whatever, and it backs us up. It wasn't even our guy. You go back, Detroit, I think it's Chad Hutchinson, which had a great game versus Dak. Versus our O-line.
Tyron Smith and whoever else.
Toe up everybody he was across from. I'd love to have that guy. Big motor, great motor on our team, but we solid. But yeah, man, I think it was him that had his leg out, and they called tripping on us. So look, man, as long as you don't have robots, computers in this game making calls, controlling things, man, you are gonna have human error every single time.
And I want to say this before we get off Dallas. Man, D. Lawrence played a great game.
Yes, sir.
I've been going in on you a little bit, D. Lawrence.
Yeah.
I've been saying, where you at? Well, you showed up. You showed up Sunday, and we needed you, because I'm going to say it like this. Michael Parsons did this for 3 years.
Yeah.
He started off at a great pace. He been stuck at 10, 11 sacks.
Man.
Well, he finally up to 13 now.
He got 13? Yep.
Yeah, but he started off hot, and he slowed down.
Every year.
Every year. Because he started off like he going to have 18 sacks.
Yeah.
But he always still gets stuff around 13.
I mean, he might.
He might have a 5-sack day.
Yeah.
Because he got 30. I'm just saying I need a little bit more consistency out of you.
Yeah.
I need you to get some sacks in crucial situations throughout the whole year, not start off high and then get around 10, 11. Because over the last 5 games, I think he had about 2 sacks.
Man, yeah, man. But thing is,
he
gets held like he gets held. They don't call it. Yeah, and now you can't make excuses. But I mean, that's.
But I'm saying,
if I'm getting blatantly held all the time,
so you mean that T.J. Watt is not getting held and Khalil Mack and them guys, they not getting held?
You right. You right about that. You right about that.
I'm just saying, that's just me.
But I can only speak for what I see all the time.
Yeah, because I see that. I see Dallas every week. I see that. But I'm just saying.
Getting held all the time.
But this is the whole thing about me. It's hard for me to believe that Michael Parsons is the only one in the league getting held.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. No doubt about it, man.
They're only a good defensive player getting held.
Overcoming obstacles, man. It's an obstacle.
Because this is what you got to learn, Mike. For every move, it's a counter move. I don't care if they catch you like this, come up under that elbow. If they keep doing it, guess what? That elbow will be so at the end of the day, they might have to go. They might not do that next time they see you.
Man,
you gotta make them pay one way or another. Not saying you're not, and you're a great player. We need you to keep playing like you're playing.
Keep balling, Michael.
Yeah, keep balling.
Hey, we don't want you nowhere else but right here.
Yeah, and I need D. Lawrence to stay at the level. Yeah, I need him to keep balling.
D. Law been balling on that run stop. He been playing good run stop defense all year. They usually run away from him.
But yeah, absolutely. But this is the thing. You got to get D. Lawrence got 4 sacks.
Yeah.
You got to get. You got to get 8, 10, to
justify that $100 million contract.
Yeah, you got to get 8 or 10 and be a run stop. You got to get 10.
Man.
you got to get double digits in sacks to be a great DN, man. You just do.
And it's crazy. We're not saying anything about the secondary, but we did have 2 picks in that game.
Oh, absolutely.
2 beautiful picks.
See, and that's what.
Right? Jordan Lewis, was it? And what's my boy, number 6? I know him too. I just can't think of his name.
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Lewis and Wilson. Yeah. And I said this before, that our secondary is the strong part of the team.
Absolutely.
And this is the thing. When your secondary is a strong part of your team, you're going to be up and down because
anybody gets beat, everybody gets beat once.
Yeah. You're going to get beat, but you got to have pressure on the passer.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that later.
Those work
and we're
together.
going to go down we're going to go to the liquor store and get a fifth because we're going down the if lane. We're going down the if lane. If this, if that. We're going to go down the if lane.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. We're gonna hit that if lane. But
Yeah, so, because I'm going to hit it hard, that if lane. So I might be staggering out of here because I'm going to be full of if.
yeah. But we're gonna keep this party moving, man. Keep this
it
thing rolling. So did you know that we got Lyle Collins back yesterday?
Yeah.
How you feel about it, man? I will say this. I mean, before you jump into it,
He's a good backup.
I felt like he was, that Eric Williams guy.
Yeah.
He's that same type of attitude. I like nasty guys. Now whether or not he gets his job done, I ain't saying he gets his job done at that rate.
Oh no, but
And I'm not saying that
he's a nasty guy.
He a nasty guy. I like nasty dudes, and hopefully
Williams
he's more
was a nasty
mature
guy.
and about that work because he ain't been in work all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trent Williams, exactly, and that's why he's the highest paid left tackle in the game.
Yeah, see,
Because he
everybody
got that
forget
mean streak.
When he was with the Redskins, he slapped Richard Sherman. Do you remember that? No, go look it up. You can YouTube it. Trent Williams slapped. So he said, "Man, I'll slap your face." Richard Sherman, all we gonna do it. Bow.
Straight up, yeah, man. Trent,
Trent got a little nasty side.
I like Trent Williams a lot,
do
man.
too.
That's that OU boy right there, man. Shout out Oklahoma Sooners, but
Was that about Trent Williams on?
oh yeah,
Okay,
dirty nasty streak in that young man, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a great O lineman to watch if he can stay on the field. He's been hurt a few times this year, but it's football, it's expected. So yeah, Lyle Collins is back, man. Hopefully he can. We'll see, man. I hate it when he left. You know?
Yeah. He's
only been gone for a couple seasons too.
At this point in his career, he'll be a good backup.
You think so?
Yeah.
Man,
Who he gonna start for?
who's our right tackle?
I really don't know. He been playing halfway solid.
If you don't know him, then he might need to move to guard.
No, but I'm gonna tell you like this: if you were getting beat for a lot of sacks, I know who you were.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, so he
no doubt.
He been playing fairly solid. I don't think Lionel Collins is gonna come in to get a starting job.
Yeah, man.
I
I hope he does.
if he's that good, I hope he do. But
Yeah.
I just think he'll be a good replacement because I've said this before. I love Tyron Smith when he's there,
Man.
but he's not there now. But like they say, like we used to say, man, your hair when you will,
Yeah.
but you stay sick too much.
Oh, man. Street clothes.
Yeah,
Street Clothes 3. Tyron Smith.
So
been
when
Street
he's
Clothes
there,
Part 3.
he's good. And your best ability is your availability.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And a lot of times he's not available.
So we mentioned the running game and what we're lacking, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that the New York Jets released Dalvin Cook yesterday so that he can go and be a part of a contending team? Now, do you think that it would behoove the Dallas Cowboys to go and be a
Dalvin
part of that
Cook?
conversation? Absolutely, Dalvin Cook.
If we can.
Yes, sir. And I when I think about Dalvin Cook, I know he came from Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
I know our head coach came from Green Bay, and he's seen Dalvin Cook,
Yeah.
I'd imagine, a few times.
I think he'd be a good alternative to Pollard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
do.
Dalvin Cook will go get them couple yards.
Man, Dalvin Cook just a couple years ago, didn't he lead the league?
Yes, he did. And he still got some bursts. The Jets don't have an O-line up there.
I thought that was year before last he led the league when he was in Minnesota. How long he been with the Jets?
1 year. It's his first year with the Jets, yeah.
His last year in Minnesota, didn't he lead the league?
I believe so. It could have been the leading rusher last year. Or the year before, one or two. He recently, Dalvin Cook was the top running back.
If we can get him, I'll tell you this, Jared, go on and open up the wallet,
man. Go on and get that, man. Hey, if you serious about this run.
Because we need 31, man. We need 31.
Hey, and the last time I saw 33 in the backfield for the Cowboys, well, actually, Dalvin Cook wears number 4, but he ain't getting that here. But last time I saw 33 in the backfield for them boys, he was pretty good. That boy, Tony D.
Is Tony D the last one at 33?
That's the last one I remember.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
What did DeMarco Murray have? 20.
Yeah, he was 28 or 26, 26.
Yeah, right. I think he was 28.
Something like that. Yeah, but 33, man. Come on with it, Dalvin Cook. We can use you, man. Straight up. We need some help.
If you don't get 33, we might give you 34.
Hey, that's that Tommy Age and that Herschel Walker right there.
Yeah, we'll give you Tommy Age and Herschel Walker. I don't know if you're going to get 33. You're definitely not going to get 22.
When last time you heard Tommy Age's name? No, that's a reference right there. But moving on. Cowboys and the Commanders this weekend, man. So basically, if we go out and do what we're supposed to do, and I don't know if it's here, I think it's away. I think we're playing in Washington.
Oh yeah. And we need the game.
Absolutely.
So we got to play our starters.
Hey,
we need the game.
We need it to seal the deal and get this 2
seed.
Yeah.
You want that 2 seed.
So we don't have to see San Francisco. Hopefully somebody else can sneak up on San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then we can go catch whoever that is. But I ain't scared of San Francisco. I just hope our Cowboys aren't scared.
Then you'll have at least one home game?
Mm-hmm.
At least one?
Well, we should have
2.
because we don't have a bye in the first round.
Yeah, so it's possible you could have 2 home games.
Yeah.
And if you make it through that to face, and then it's not no given that San Francisco is going to be there.
Yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not a given. But this weekend, it's not going to be easy. This is one of those games where I think the focus is really going in, doing your job, start out fast, and get the starters out of the game. Because you just want to come out of this thing healthy, going into the playoffs. That's it. And the Commanders, that's one of those teams, man. They'll beat you up. They might not have a lot of W's, but they have a lot of hard-fought games, and they're going to play you to the end.
A division team, because they're very familiar with you. They know what you're going to do. You know what they're going to do. And, we've been beating up on Commanders kind of regular here lately. So it's a time that you could go in like, we beat these boys all the time.
Yeah.
So, you got to go in with your A game.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. No doubt, man. And, it's a rivalry game, man. And those bad boys especially.
And you need the game for home field advantage.
Yeah. And it's upset alerts, right? And they've been having very, very competitive games here recently. It's some internal things going on. It might be a coaching change out there before next season, but there's no reason why the Cowboys shouldn't go out there and handle these Commanders. And the logo for the Commanders kind of tripped me out. Like, they still got feathers on the logo. So it's kind of weird to me. But besides that point, nonetheless, Cowboys should go in there and do that. Keys to the game, man. Like I say, starting fast, getting CeeDee Lamb going, trying to, getting some running game going, trying to get that running game going. And, pop that ball off to Jake Ferguson this week, man. I need some fantasy points, man.
Yeah, and Ferguson has been playing better lately. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say it like this. He is a little, when he's in traffic, he's a little shy. I'm going to say it that way.
Them alligator arms.
You see that? Now, like the pass the other day, the pass hit him in the hand, but it was a guy right behind him on his back, and the safety flashed in front of him. But he didn't hit him. I mean, but it's like when he's in that traffic, like, he'll but he's playing a lot better now.
Hey, that's why I call them alligator arms, huh?
Yeah.
When they in that traffic, them arms get short.
Yeah. But other than that, but then he have caught some good ones, though.
Oh, yeah.
He have caught some
been
very
balling
good
this year
passes,
for us, man. He's a Dallas Cowboy. We love him around here.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. That's why I play DB, because I wouldn't go reach at them balls. You better get on that side of the ball.
You want somebody catching that rock over the middle? You go get Brandon Cooks, because he'll come down with that thing, man. He'll come down with that thing.
You gotta send me deep. You gotta send me. I'm like Randy Moss. Send me deep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to do all that cross the middle. Send me. I gotta go up that sideline.
Yeah, this boy can't. I got these Jets, and they can't stay up with me, man. I'm gonna outrun this coverage real quick, but hopefully the Cowboys do their job, come away with the division, get that second seed, enter the playoffs on a high note, man. And you know, you never know. You never know come playoff time. But it would be nice to get Dalvin Cook, though. Is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that would be wonderful.
Crazy week in the NFL, man. Joe Flacco is still out there balling. Went out there and beat the New York Jets this past weekend. You know, Cleveland Browns Power 5 rankings, man. They're not in there. But I know Stephen A.
They could take Detroit place, but then people feel like Detroit really got holes, but they really didn't.
No.
They beat themselves.
Man, I'm hearing more and more people talk about Cleveland.
Yeah.
I know Stephen A. Smith and Jeff Saturday had them in their top 5. Stephen A. Smith had Cleveland at number 3.
Yeah, because this is the thing. It's amazing.
Can't knock it.
It's amazing that Joe Flacco got him off the couch.
Yeah.
And looking better than Deshaun Watson.
Doing what he's doing, man. Joe Flacco's went out there threw for another 300 yards this past weekend.
And I think Amari Cooper was out this week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was out.
He was out, so he throwing
still
that
out there balling.
Yeah, he number 1 receiver down and still throwing for 300 yards.
Yeah, him and Njoku, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
For the tight end have great chemistry. I know Elijah Moore and him, they were in New York at the Jets together. You know, so they got chemistry together.
And it looked like he had great chemistry with Amari before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Because Amari was been balling since Flacco been back.
Yeah. And I don't even think Amari's hurt. I think he just kind of ain't no reason to play this one this week.
Well, he was the week before when he caught 200 yards that last pass. You know, he was kind of limping a little bit.
Straight up. You know, he's like, hey, man, just
I love Amari, man, but Amari, I'm going to tell you this here. I think Amari's body language and the way he carried himself helped get him out of here.
Oh, yeah.
He never... Well, he never went to, every great receiver, any quarterback that played with a great receiver, every great receiver stay in the quarterback area. I'm open.
Yeah.
I don't think Amari do that.
No, he don't do that. But what he did do is stop going for them passes where Dak was leaving him strung out over the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Arms stretched out where he's about to get popped. Like Amari, he got tired of getting laid out.
Like this. Amari never went for those. He didn't go for those at Oakland.
Man.
Amari now, he's a great route runner. And he can get open. He can get open.
Yeah.
But if it's, like Ferguson, Amari will get them alligator arms.
That's them business decisions we was talking about last week. People making business decisions every Sunday.
I'm not mad at Amari. And
can't hate on you for that.
That's why I played DB.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. So I can't go in.
Can't get mad at somebody for doing something that you wouldn't do. You know?
So I don't blame Amari, but I had to switch to the other side of the ball.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. So, no, it was, it's crazy to see what they're doing. That defense has been top in the league all year, back and forth with the Ravens, 1 and 2, I believe. They top 5 for sure. Myles Garrett is a freak. Nobody wants to see that guy. It don't matter if you double team him. That dude is a 150-pound man living in a 295-pound man body. Quick as a cat. Speedy off that line, strong as a bull. Arlington Martin,
Myles Garrett don't have no weaknesses.
None whatsoever.
As a D lineman, he don't have no weaknesses.
Yeah, that guy he's very special, man. And then Kansas City went out there this past weekend and won their game, close game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, Joe Burrow's not playing, so it doesn't have the same luster as it typically would if Joe Burrow was playing in that game. But I mean, the backup has done a serviceable job. He's come in throwing the ball well, hitting the guys, the receivers. Everybody's getting the ball still, but Kansas City did what they had to do to go out there and beat Cleveland this past weekend.
And, Kansas City got a top defense, top 5 defense.
Yeah, they do. They're real tough against that run. Where they were weak about 3 or 4 years ago, they have absolutely focused on those areas and got much stronger. But still, the offense is sputtering, man. They barely went and beat Cincinnati this past weekend, man. It's 25-17.
I finally heard somebody in the national news bring up Eric Bieniemy. I finally heard somebody in the national news say Kansas City might be missing Eric Bieniemy.
Might ain't no might too. They are missing Eric Bieniemy, and that's obvious, right? And it's just like it's crazy to see how Kansas City is missing him so much, right? Because they got used to his very aggressive, very what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He's got an old school style of coaching. And in Washington, they was complaining before the season started.
Yeah.
Right? But you talking about a Super Bowl champion and doing things the right way and how he does things that he knows how to work. He's won with, coming to a team that is really just in shambles, the whole organization top down, going through ownership, everything, and just how dysfunctional things were. They tried to resist the champion that came in.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're embracing it. They playing a lot better.
They are.
They've been in all their games. The last 5 or 6 games, they've been in their last, several games.
Oh yeah, and the quarterback been throwing for 200-300 yards every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Absolutely.
4, like Sam Howell, but I think they benched him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But he's young. I think either rookie or second year guy. Sam Howell, I believe he's out of North Carolina. But yeah, man, it's crazy to see just how the effect of missing Eric Bieniemy has just. It's not the same Kansas City Chiefs anymore.
No, it's
Teams
not.
aren't afraid
It's
of
not
them.
the same offense.
Yeah, they're not afraid to
even
face
without
those guys.
Tyreek Hill, because he wasn't there last year when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then, all you Philadelphia Eagles fans.
And and this is the thing.
How Stephen A. hit it. Philly Eagle fans, fly Eagles, fly your ass up out of here, dog. Like, hey, dog, y'all ain't getting the division championship? No. Cowboys tried to hand it to them boys. They couldn't take it.
Also,
man, y'all get out of here, Philly.
Philadelphia lost their offense and defensive coordinator. They lost their offense and defensive coordinator.
Philadelphia Eagles.
So their coaching staff is a little bit different also, and that matters to a small degree.
Yeah. Hey, Philadelphia Eagles fans, man, y'all are like Dallas Cowboy fans squared. Like y'all are our second best level of fans because y'all watch our games more than us, man. I'm just paying attention to y'all this year because this division was on the line. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about Philly. But it's real funny watching y'all go out there and lose to the same teams we lost to that y'all talk bad. Y'all was talking bad after we lost to the Cardinals earlier this year. Talking bad after we lost to the Cardinals.
You know what?
At least they had Dobbs.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, you know what Kyler Murray looked like the other day?
What's that?
Like he was back at Allen. Kyler Murray used to win not all his games, but you could be ahead of Allen 21 points with 7 minutes left in the game, and all of a sudden, here come Kyler Murray. And the other day, Philadelphia had the lead. And here come Kyler Murray. I was like, is this Allen or is this?
You know what I'm saying?
Or is this Arizona?
Like hey,
I said, they both start with an A. So, because he looked just like he did at Allen. Zip, down
y'all
the
got
field,
me dying laughing.
beat the other team.
Eagle fans, y'all got me dying laughing when y'all won Super Bowl. Y'all y'all super cocky around here with that one Super Bowl.
Super Bowl appearance. They ain't got no Super Bowl victory.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
no, they got one. They got one when Nick Foles was quarterback.
Oh, they should. Oh,
yeah. They got one.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Y'all real funny, boy. Y'all real funny, boy. Y'all look dysfunctional
See,
right
that's
now.
the whole thing. Everybody say, well, Dallas haven't won in this many years and all that. But the only thing that matters is that Kansas City won that. Yeah. Kansas City is the defending Super Bowl champion. Everybody else lost.
Yep.
Everybody else lost.
And y'all's highly touted D-line ain't doing nothing right now at all. So, yeah, I'm going to get on y'all like y'all get on us. We are still America's team. And Philly, y'all are funny is all I'm saying. But anyway, we'll move on. This ain't an Eagle show, but I love to laugh at you, boy. So my boy Lamar Jackson. Your opinion ain't changed about Lamar yet, huh?
No.
Why not, man? Like, come on. He's obviously the MVP. This will be his second MVP. And you still telling me you would rather have Dak, Dakota Rain Prescott over Lamar Jackson.
I told you. I said that if we had Lamar Jackson, there's no evidence that we would be a better team than we are now.
You still feel that way?
I still feel that way, and let me explain to you why.
I don't.
Get your pencils and paper out, and let me explain to you why.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott has 32 passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Let me get my ear file.
Yeah.
Let me pull me some ears.
Yeah.
I'm filling up with this if. My cup is going to run over with if because I'm finna if you to death. If we had Lamar Jackson right now with 23 touchdowns, we would have 8-9 losses. We would have more losses than we do now. If Dak Prescott had Lamar Jackson numbers, 23 touchdowns passing and 7 rushing, we would have more losses than we do now.
I have one.
And I have one more thing to say. Let me finish. Lamar Jackson defense has gave up the fewest touchdowns in the NFL. 24.
Yes.
24.
You want to know why as well,
Okay.
though? You want to know why?
Time of possession, I understand.
Okay,
all that.
okay.
But this is the thing. Time of possession has to do with your running game, not your passing game.
Yeah, but he is also the leading runner on the team.
He's a leading rusher.
Well, he has been in previous years. I'm not sure about
Not this year.
Okay.
And his numbers from his other MVP, they pale in comparison. His own numbers. And I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna say this.
The win category. The win
If Lamar
category.
Jackson win the MVP, he gonna have the worst numbers by any quarterback ever won the MVP.
Besides that
Worst
left column.
numbers.
Hey, that left column is what matters on.
Yeah,
Those
because,
wins
because listen
and
to
losses.
this. Okay, if Dallas defense had gave up 9 less touchdowns, okay, his defense has gave up 24 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Our defense has given up 33.
Yeah.
That's 9 more. If we had gave up 9 less touchdowns, we'd probably have 2 more victories.
You know what this goes back to, though?
Defense.
No.
Defense
For me,
win games, man.
it's that time-
Football has not changed.
That time of possession.
Running game.
And all those three
Okay,
and outs
so-
that Dak has contributed to has given the other teams more opportunities to score 9 more touchdowns. But when Lamar
this is the
Jackson
thing.
is using up 8 minutes of drive on that clock,
Absolutely.
you're not going to
Handing
have
it
as
to
many
other-
opportunities to
handing it to
score.
other people.
Handing it
Their
to other
running
people,
game-
running, completing passes when he needs to.
Okay.
All right, this last game he had 5 touches.
So-
His last game he
So
wasn't
let
handing
me
to
ask you this. Okay, what team has the second fewest touchdown defense behind? What team?
was it Cleveland? I'm not sure. Pittsburgh? Who? I'm not positive.
The team with the 2 best records have given up the less touchdowns.
San Francisco?
San Francisco has given
Yeah.
up 28 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And Baltimore's given up 24. They are the 2 best teams in the league because of defense, not because of Prudy and Lamar Jackson.
Well, you also have 2 offenses that are very consistent. That
Running
don't-
the ball.
How many? I wish I
running
could.
Christian McCaffrey
I wish somebody-
is the leading rusher in the league.
Regardless.
Where's our running game ranked?
What I'm
Where's
saying
our running
is,
game ranked?
Regardless, it's time of possession
Goes back to the running game.
Running game as
Goes
well.
back to the
as
running game. And I
adequate
tell you this,
quarterback.
when Lamar win the MVP, he's going to have the worst numbers of any MVP in the history of MVPs.
Besides wins, though. And you can't.
So the
Lamar
wins
Jackson
are
is.
You're going back. Here we go
I'm
back again.
gonna go back to.
You're up go again. You are no better than your teammates.
So answer me this: was Cam Newton right
Was Cam Newton right about what?
about Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy being great game managers and not game changers? Right? Because Lamar Jackson is a game changer. He's not a game manager.
Okay.
He is a game changer.
Okay, every criticism Dak Prescott has, Lamar Jackson has the same criticism. How many?
Lamar is a game changer.
He didn't change the game in the playoff because he only got 1 playoff victory.
Well,
Dak Prescott got 2.
He hasn't
All
played the
same
past 2 playoffs,
criticism.
though.
Why?
He hasn't played the past 2 years in the playoffs.
Why is that?
Well, and last year contract dispute /
Whose
injury,
fault
and
is
then
that?
the year before
Whose
that
fault
injury.
is that? Whose fault is that?
I mean,
that's
you know,
Lamar's fault. So
it ain't a fault,
All
you
I'm
know?
saying,
It's just
all
a
I'm saying.
fact.
The year that he did play, he didn't play. How many times Lamar been in the playoffs?
He's been there quite a bit. He's going further than Dak has.
Yeah, because he didn't have to play but 1 game.
He still went further. That's not what I'm saying.
Lamar got 1 playoff victory. Dak got 2. There is no evidence that if the Dallas Cowboys with the same, we're talking about the same personnel. If you just
My
switch,
eyeballs are all the evidence I need to see that Lamar would be a much better. Look, we talking about passing efficiency. Like, he's throwing the ball better than anybody in the league right now. Can't nobody touch him in the pocket, right? Not because he's got a great O-line, but he knows how to manipulate the pocket. He feels. Now, I will say, on that 92-yard touchdown to
you talking
CD
about
Lamb.
quarterback rating?
Not necessarily quarterback rating. I ain't saying that. I know Dak has a very high. I know Dak has a very high quarterback rating.
completing percentage of his passes?
Recently, yeah.
Recently,
I will say
yes.
that. Yeah.
But over the last 3 years,
No, I'm not. I can't go for 3 years.
Since 2020, Dak has a higher completion percentage than Lamar Jackson.
I'm talking about 2023, and that's it.
Okay, 2023. Look it up. Look it up, fans. Dak has a higher completion percentage than Lamar Jackson right now. Just like I say, if any other quarterback in the league had the numbers that Lamar got, they would not be in the MVP conversation. He's in there because of his defense. Did you see them play Miami the other day?
Yes, I did.
Didn't
Their defense didn't do much more than what Dallas' defense did. We gave up about the same amount of points, but they scored 56.
But this is the thing.
That's offense.
Okay. You say that is offense. Okay, but they had 2 interceptions against Miami. We had 0.
True.
So that could have been about 14 points right there.
True.
They had 3 sacks. We had 0. So yardage doesn't matter. Turnovers and sacks, that's what changed the game. They had 3 sacks on tour. We had 0.
So
they had 2 interceptions.
What I'm looking at right now for this 2023 season, where Dak has 40, he's got about 450 yards more passing than Lamar, right?
Okay.
Lamar has about 580 yards more rushing than Dak.
Okay.
So total yards, Lamar's got more yards.
Okay.
Right? We're talking about completions, percentage. Let me see. Dak is at 68.4. Lamar's at 67.2. 1.2% more. You know,
Isn't that more?
It's more. It is more.
Completion percentage.
It is more, right? Dak has more interceptions. He also has more touchdowns.
He has 8 interceptions.
Yeah,
How many Lamar got?
7.
He got 1 more.
Yep.
Okay. Just like you said about that. That's a little more,
rushing,
but it's still more, right?
Yep. Rushing touchdown. Lamar has 5. Dak has 2. So total touchdowns. Dak's got 41. Lamar had. Hold on. My bad.
No,
Dak's got 34, and Lamar's got 29. Right.
Okay.
So that's 5 more touchdowns. But we're talking wins and losses.
Wins and losses.
Lamar's got 12 wins. Dak has 10 wins.
No.
Lamar has 13 wins.
No.
Dak
Baltimore got 13 wins.
You're right.
Baltimore defense has gave up
that.
less touchdowns. So I'm saying you're only as good as your teammate, and there's no evidence that if you traded places with the same players, that Dallas would have 13 wins and Baltimore would have 11. If you traded those 2 players, there's no evidence. Lamar has to do. I'm gonna tell you like this: Lamar got to do more than win MVPs. Just like Dak do. You got to win the games. You got to win the playoff games. And Lamar hasn't done that, and Dak hasn't either.
I would feel a lot more confident going out every Sunday. And now, don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying, I'm not hating on Lamar,
this
but
year,
there's no evidence.
Under Mike McCarthy's offense, Dak looks like a completely different human being to me than he's been the past, 5 seasons, 6 seasons, 7. His first 7 seasons, he looks like a completely different person to me.
See, I already did the research. Since 2020 to right now, there's only 3 quarterbacks with 100 quarterback rating, and Dak Prescott is one of them.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. Dak has a higher completion percentage than anybody.
And Lamar is the leading rusher for the Ravens as well.
Yeah, he's the leading rusher.
Yeah.
And he's got the best defense in the league.
And he's
also. But he's got a running team. And there's no evidence that if you just traded those 2 positions, this is what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, but the fact that this man's a leading rusher and he's thrown for 3,400 yards with fewer interceptions,
but his numbers,
that's more impact to me. And again, those those more touchdowns that the defense is giving up is due to what? That time of possession, which he is running and getting those first downs.
Josh Allen got 55 touchdowns.
But Josh Allen got 55 interceptions.
No, he got 13 interceptions. Josh Allen got 40 touchdowns passing, 15 rushing, and 13 interceptions.
But them left and right columns don't look quite like 13-3 over there for Josh Allen, does it?
Because Josh Allen don't have the teammates.
He got good defense though. He got receivers to throw to. He's got a good running game that killed us.
Look up how many Go look up how many touchdowns Josh Allen defense gave up.
Buffalo? I mean, they giving up quite a few. They giving up quite a few.
38 touchdowns. I can't remember every team,
Yeah.
but Buffalo gave up 35 or 38 touchdowns. It goes back to your teammate. And
doubt.
I'm going to say this, that it's 3 to 4 to 5 quarterbacks. If they were on Baltimore Ravens with that defense and the way the Ravens play, they would have the exact same record.
But the quarterback wouldn't have 3,400 yards passing and 800 yards
rushing.
rushing.
They would have the same record, and wins and losses are on the count.
Man,
So,
I don't know.
saying.
I feel Lamar here with the Cowboys, we have a better record, period. Because at that time of possession, those 3-and-outs kill us. Those 3-and-outs kill us. And Dak is known to have a good streak of 3-and-outs going on. When he get hot with them 3-and-outs.
Dak? It's the Cowboys.
Well, I mean, you know,
first off, we got to throw the ball on 31. They don't.
Yeah, you're right.
We got to throw the ball because we can't run the ball.
You're right.
So
you're right about
all that plays into it too.
It does, but yet still.
And then you got to look who his coach is and who that coach is. Just like the other day.
I take McCarthy over Harbaugh. He's a special teams coach.
I won't.
He's a special teams guy. He's got some good guys around him.
Because the other day, with less than 2 minutes to go, we 3-and-out by throwing, used up 15 seconds. And they had one timeout.
That was not good.
Even if you had ran the ball and they called timeout, but how long is the play clock?
But you go and look at Baltimore's past 3-4 seasons. How many fourth quarter losses do they have? Majority, because they got Lamar, they come into the fourth quarter with the lead. But how many fourth quarter losses they have? It's bad management, you know. Like
they do the same thing, Lamar. Those leads you had, what you did to get the lead, do the same thing to keep the lead, Lamar. I'm not hating on Lamar, but all I'm saying, Lamar probably will get the MVP. But most of the time, the MVP is a team award.
Yeah, no doubt.
No
doubt. Suddenly, we were talking about the Browns a little while ago. You remember when Myles Garrett hit a quarterback with the helmet? And everybody got suspended for the rest of the season or whatever it was. And, you know, that quarterback at the time was Mason Rudolph.
Where's Mason Rudolph right now?
Now, he is back in Pittsburgh. He's still in Pittsburgh. He never left. He's been there this whole time. He was backing up Big Ben. But, you know, they brought in the rookie last year. You know, they still had Mason on the bench. And then they had Trubisky starting a couple weeks. Still had Mason on the bench. The crowd was chanting for Mason Rudolph to come back in the game. Since he's been back in the game, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been balling on offense.
They have.
Been balling on offense. And I feel like, has Mike Tomlin been playing chess with the rest of the league, knowing he's got this young man with this pedigree behind him?
No,
you know, with these years of experience, and you don't think so?
No,
you don't think he had no faith in Mason Rudolph,
he didn't,
even though Mason was a starter.
If Mike Tomlin knew he was that good, Mike Tomlin would have started him 2-3. He would have never put him on the bench because you lost some games during that time.
But still, they're going to have another 10-win season. I think they already secured another winning season, right?
Yeah.
So. Could you blame him for holding this guy back, knowing that he's getting better in practice every week, and then at the end of the year when nobody has tape on him, putting him in here and seeing what they're doing on offense? It's crazy. They look completely different now.
We talked about that last week. Practice.
Yeah.
You can practice all you want to.
Yeah.
You better put him in the game, Mike Tomlin. I'll practice.
And he been in there, man, and they winning games. Pittsburgh is balling. They've been balling lately.
But, you know, sometimes these coaches, they can't see the forest for the trees.
Yep.
You know.
Yep, that's very
and
true.
Mike Tomlin is lucky he's in Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh don't fire their coaches.
No, he's only the third coach in team history.
Yeah.
Number 3, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Is he 3 or 4? Could be 4. He's number 4? I thought he was the third, though.
I think it's, who did they have?
They had Bill Cowher before him.
And now it was somebody in between Bill Cowher and Chuck Noll.
Okay, so 4th in team history. Regardless.
Yeah, I think it was. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was somebody in between
Bill Cowher and Chuck Noll.
Yeah, because Chuck Noll went out. But no, Bill Cowher was there for a long time.
He was there for a minute.
He was in there that Bill Cowher, but he wasn't there in the 80s though, right?
Yeah. I'm not. We're going to find out right now. This internet is great, y'all. Y'all heard of it?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The internet. INNA.
But you know,
NET.
and that's the same way, like this is the whole thing about coaches. Coaches get a lot smarter when they get good players. Because Chuck Noll was a horrible coach until he drafted Joe Green. I'm just telling you the truth.
Then he got real good real fast.
Yeah,
Huh?
then when he got Joe Green, I don't know what happened. They got L.C. Greenwood, the white, and all those linebackers, Jack Ham, and
I was correct. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. 3 coaches in the history of the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. 3. We had 3 in the early 2000s in the Cowboys. We had Joe Avizano, young, what's his face?
Then we had
Oilers coach
Phillips.
son, Wade Phillips, Bill Parcells. Like, we ran through coaches. Pittsburgh, man, and Mike Tomlin ain't going nowhere unless he feels like it.
Yeah,
man.
And that's you see, because Mike Tomlin done built 2 or 3 good teams.
Yeah.
He had a good team, it fell off, he built another one, and all they got, nobody's patient anymore.
And they all win 10 games.
Yeah.
They all win 10. It ain't easy to win 10 games.
No.
And Mike Tomlin, that boy do it like it's riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? He get rid of Le'Veon Bell and Tony O'Brien at the same time, still come back and win 10 games. But yeah, Mike, he's a wizard out there, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a wizard out there, but we going to keep this thing moving. That boy Kyler Murray, I know you hate the Eagles too, big dog. I know you hate the Eagles too.
And I like Lamar fans. I like Lamar. But I'm just saying is Lamar got to do more to get all the praise that he get. He got to do a little more.
You think so?
He got to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He don't have we talking about the no, I've been going out and out some playoffs.
Playoffs? No, that's Jim Murrow. Jim Murrow.
Yeah, Jim Murrow. We talking about the playoffs.
Playoffs?
We ain't talking
about playoffs?
Yeah, we ain't talking about the regular season.
Playoffs?
Lamar, you got to win some playoff games. And I'm going to tell you like this here. If Lamar win the Super Bowl this year, I'm going to shoot him up.
Yeah.
But he got to win more than one playoff game.
Man, one thing and one thing only, I believe, is standing in front of Lamar Jackson in that Super Bowl victory. Joe Flacco.
Hey, I'm going to say it like this.
Super Bowl Baltimore Raven champion.
If you can't beat Flacco. If you can't beat Flacco, you ain't no MVP.
Well,
you know what
Flacco remind me of, though? He reminds me, he reminds me of that John Elway, that Tony Romo, that veteran quarterback that gets it up here at a whole different speed. So everything else slows down.
Don't put Tony Romo in the sentence with Joe Flacco.
Hey, man, Tony Romo
don't do that.
Hey,
don't do that.
I got your back, Tony Romo. You was the truth when you retired, or when they retired you. You was the truth, and I thought you had a couple Super Bowls in you, and I'm gonna give them to you.
Joe Flacco and John Elway got Super Bowl rings. Tony Romo. I don't know what you got. You got out of here. That's what I'm glad of.
Hey,
you
man.
got out of here.
Hey,
that's
I'm a
what
Romo
you got.
guy.
You got on down the road. That's what you
I'm loyal. I'm sticking with you, bro.
Hey,
even
Tony,
through retirement. I know. I saw you grow.
I like you as a person. I ain't never liked you as a quarterback. Ever. I'm like Coca-Cola. What's that? Sprite? Never have and never will. I never liked him as a quarterback. I didn't. I ain't never liked Tony Romo.
I was a fan towards the end of his career, but we got the power rankings, huh?
Yeah, we got the power.
What you think about the power rankings? Are they accurate this week? We have Baltimore at. Actually, I think I have Miami and Dallas flip-flopped. I think Dallas is supposed to be at number 3 here. So my bad on the graphic, y'all. But Baltimore at number 1, San Francisco number 2, Dallas number 3 in the power rankings.
Well,
Miami 4 and
Miami
Detroit
number 3.
5.
They just beat Dallas 2 weeks ago. I don't care what Baltimore did, y'all. They just beat Dallas 2 weeks ago. Dallas, I can't put Dallas in. If it had been 6 or 7 weeks ago, but I can't put Dallas on a team that just got to beat me.
Well, I can't say they beat us. We beat ourselves. They got the win, so they won. They did get the victory, but I can't say they beat us. A lot like I can't really say the Cowboys beat Detroit this weekend. Even though we had a fumble at the goal line. That's 2 weeks in a row we fumbled the ball on the goal line.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 weeks in a row, right? Yeah. And both of those touchdowns would have decided these games easily for us. Those are the mistakes that we got to get rid of as a Cowboy fan. But it looks, Miami at 4. They got beat up pretty good by Baltimore this past weekend. But
they just beat us.
San Francisco.
So I ain't got no problem. Let me say it like this. Me personally, I have no problem with Miami being in front of Dallas because they just beat you 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And
so I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but like I said, this is wrong. So Dallas is 3 and Miami is 4. But you're saying even if
that's why it's wrong. That's because it's actually right.
That's the right. It's actually right. Yeah, this will make more sense.
Even though it's wrong, it's right.
yeah. And then they got Detroit at 5. I don't know if I agree with that because of Cleveland. That's it. Yeah. But I'm sure
Cleveland might beat some of them other teams in there.
I'm sure Cleveland appreciates this.
Yeah,
because they get to fly under the radar.
Stay on the radar.
And get better and better and better every week. So, but this is this week's Power Rankings. Can't really argue with it.
No, you can't argue with it.
Is what it is. We got the best defenses, best offenses, and then, the most the most intense and risk-taking coach in the game I've ever seen. That man ran a fake punt from his own 30-yard line.
Oh, talking about Detroit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he too. And that's what hurt him.
Hey, he played like it's Madden. He played like Madden.
Like
he go for like 50% of the fourth downs.
Yeah, most of the time, the same thing that make you good can hurt you.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But I love the aggressive nature. That infuses confidence in your players. That lets them know that you're confident in them.
Because this is how I look at it. If you think you can gain 5 downs on first down, what makes you think you can't gain 5 downs on fourth down?
Yeah, no doubt.
5 yards.
Yeah, no doubt.
Saying down. If you can gain 5 yards on first down, you 5 yards on fourth down.
No doubt.
So I ain't mad at him. That's a good strategy.
Can't be mad at him, Dan Campbell. You're a Dallas Cowboy, so I'm with you, bro.
And I'm glad you did what you did because we won the game.
Got that dub. Thank you for that.
If you kicked that field goal, smart Dan Campbell, you would have got the victory.
Y'all had the momentum. So I appreciate that, Dan. Maybe you might still be a Dallas Cowboy. You still playing for us with them type of calls, ain't you? But I appreciate it. But we're going to keep this train rolling. Noonish Fantasy Football League Championships, man. So right now, after week 1, Christiana has a 16.9 point lead on me. And I feel good about, what's going to happen this next week coming up, Okay. We'll see what's up, Christiana. I ain't going to give it to you easy, Going to have a down week, hopefully.
Well, you're going to go in there and tweak your lineup, you might say.
Yeah, got to tweak a few things because my San Francisco boys are not playing. They got Debo projected for 5 points. They got IU projected for 5 points. They're not playing this weekend. They're going to be resting up for these playoffs. That's the luxury of clinching that number 1 seed early.
I don't necessarily know if that's a luxury.
I agree with you.
It's a luxury of not getting your players hurt. But I'm like this. When I'm razor sharp, I need to stay sharp.
Yeah, no doubt.
I need to keep cutting.
Keep cutting. Yeah, no doubt.
I don't want to stop cutting there. If I'm razor sharp, let me cut every week.
Because we've seen it many times, not only in football, but in every sport. The team that typically has the longest layoff. I've seen a lot in basketball when a team sweeps another team. And other team got a 7-game series, and they come in. And,
especially the first game or two.
Yeah, they on point. The better team typically wins, but it's going to take a little while for them to sharpen back up and get back in that playing mode. But hopefully that happens with San Francisco this year. That'd be greatly appreciated for sure. But yeah, man, we'll see what's good this next week. It's a championship game. I'm going in. Hey, you got a 16-point handicap. You better beat me, CY. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm asking everybody to release players. I'm trying to bring everybody at you. I'm just playing. I ain't going to do that. But we trying to get this dub, man. You got to bring it home for them Noonish boys. It's going to be tough. CY been great all year. It's time for me to get that win, though. But, oh, yeah. And Mark, good Lord, bro. You scored 168 points this week, man. Hot and cold, man. He ain't going to let Jonas beat him, though. He said he ain't letting Jonas get that dub in that second, in that third and fourth seed. But keep it moving. NCAA news, man. It's football news. So we were completely wrong about everything we said last week. I know I was. I was 100% confident in Texas.
You see me eating, don't you?
Yeah. What you eating?
Little Crow. I'm eating Little Crow because I was absolutely wrong. 100% wrong.
Yeah, they got us. They got us. And,
they got us.
One thing I will say, I'm not shocked that Michigan beat Alabama because, like I said, Alabama's offense has been trash all season.
Yeah, this is a down year from where Alabama has been.
Yep.
and I'm not sure they ever go back where they used to be.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, due to NIL, due to everything going on
Due
in
to
college
the
football,
transfer portal.
all that.
We're gonna talk about
those dogs that they've been stacking up, been on their bench, they leave and going to play somewhere now.
Yeah, because you're a 5-star guy. Everybody wanted you. Now you've been on the bench for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna leave Alabama.
Out of there.
Even if you've been on the bench one year.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave Alabama and go start for Colorado.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't. This don't have anything to do with the playoff. But you heard what happened to Florida State, right?
What was that?
Man, Florida State had 20 players that didn't play in the
24 to be exact.
That did not play in the bowl game.
That did not play in the bowl game.
That's why they got beat so bad.
14 players were starters.
14 starters. Where did they go?
And this is 14.
They went to the transfer portal.
Well, nine or 10 of them.
Went to the transfer.
9 or 10 of them declared for the NFL draft, and they will have several. I wouldn't be surprised if Florida State had the most first-round draft picks this year. I will not be surprised if Florida State, I'll say it again, if Florida State has the most first-round draft picks this year, and possibly draft picks total this year, because they were robbed. They had no incentive in playing in this game because basically the committee said games don't matter, right? You 13-0, but it don't matter. You know, we're gonna get a team with the sputtering, stupid, sorry offense we've been watching all year. We're gonna elevate them because they making more revenue, and we got to deal with the SEC, and somebody got to go represent that conference.
They had 10 players went in the portal, I think.
Yeah, no, it was so 9 of them were draft eligible, so 15 went into the portal. 15 players, right?
And that's why they win.
14 of those were starters.
Because they said we're not gonna get a fair shot, and most of them are really thinking, Florida State we're not gonna get a fair shot, so we're gonna go somewhere where we might.
Yeah. Where we can actually compete for national championship. But thing is, they're moving to that 12-team playoff next year. So that's going to be very interesting to watch, see how that whole situation goes. But again, I still believe Florida State would have beat Michigan because their offense, they got 2 NFL-ready running backs, possibly 3. They had 2 guys injured as well.
Oh, yeah.
They had 2 guys, and one of them was a top running back, one of their top 3 running backs.
Yeah.
The other 2 top running backs did not play.
Yeah.
Right? So we're talking about the top 3 running backs, Keon Coleman, and the other, they got a 6'7" receiver that's projected to be a ridiculous tight end in the NFL.
Yeah,
they got him at 90 speed on Madden, right? 6'7" wide receiver. He didn't play, right? So that's 5 key players on offense.
That didn't play.
They had 1 guy in their front 7 start on their defense.
That actually played.
That actually played, right? And their DBs, they had 1 or 2 guys that played some this season that didn't play that didn't play in this game. So, that wasn't a Florida State team. So anybody talking about, Florida State got whooped by Georgia, they didn't deserve to be there. I'm not even listening to you because I already know you ain't really watching college football like that, dog. Because if you were, you would know that was not Florida State's team out there getting drummed by Georgia. And if Mike Norvell told them not to play, I can't blame him.
Yeah,
we ain't got nothing to prove. You think we gonna amp up and get excited to prove that we belong? Nah, we belong because we here and we Florida State and we been here longer than Georgia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I actually believe this that even though Georgia lost to Alabama, that was a conference game, rivalry game, and all that. I think Georgia can beat all these. I honestly do.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But I also
anyway,
think
let's go back to
I also think a real Florida State team can beat Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
I believe after watching Florida State for an entire season that they were the best team in college football. They had the best defense.
Oh, they had some skill position offensive players too. They had to. Because when I saw Florida State play, I think I saw them play twice. But every time I seen them play, I was like, wow.
Boys balling.
Boy, who is that guy?
Balling.
That guy looked like he NFL ready.
Boys balling.
I saw several.
All over the field.
Looked like they had 7 or 8 guys was NFL ready.
Yeah.
Just by the eye test.
So I'm gonna say it, and I say it loud, and I say it proud. Yeah, Florida State would have beat Michigan. Yeah. If the committee did their job, Florida State would have beat Michigan.
And I'm not sure that Washington is not going to beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah, they should.
I'm just not. I have seen the Big Ten fail in these games too many times.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Big Ten is only good against each other.
And the Pac-12 was really good this year.
Yeah, it was better than I thought
really,
it was.
really good this year.
It was actually better than I thought it was.
Yeah, they were really good this year. And, man, it's it sucks to know that they're no longer a conference after such a great season. They got Oregon, Utah, of course Washington State, Arizona. Arizona was a 10-win team this year in the Pac-12. USC had a decent team. You know, Lincoln Riley can't play they're no longer a conference after this year.
I know
several of them have gone to the Big 12. Several of them are going to the ACC. Some are going to the Big 10. The Pac-12 has dissolved as we know it.
I know that Colorado was going to the
Big 12.
Big 12 and Colorado State. Somebody was going. It was a couple of them going to the
Arizona. I think Arizona State going to Big 12. Big 12 is more like Big 16 now. And then several of them are going to the ACC. Several of them are going to the Big 10. They are no more. And after, and this is, they haven't had a showing like this in the playoffs since Pete Carroll's USC teams.
Yeah, okay.
Utah was up there doing what they did, but I mean they were strong this year. Oregon had a really good team that can beat a lot of teams.
So it's going to be a Power 4 now, not a Power 5.
I guess so.
Because one of the Pac-12, one of the Power 5.
Yep, but they no longer exist.
I missed that all year long that they were.
Yeah,
I know they kept saying this team going here, and I kept wondering, well, who's going to be left?
I believe Oregon State and Washington State might be the last remaining teams to decide what they're going to do or how they're going to go about carrying on, So, but yeah, man, way to go out. You got a Heisman Trophy winner. You got a team playing in the national champ, or actually he should have been the Heisman Trophy winner. Jaden Daniels, 3 losses. Never saw that kid play well.
Yeah.
For LSU got the Heisman, but Michael Penix Jr. Is he a junior? Michael Penix should have won the Heisman Trophy, but he's in the national championship game, and I think
he looked good, man.
Yeah, he does.
How big is that guy?
That's a big dude. He's a grown man. I mean, literally.
I mean, he looks like he's 6'8" to me. He looks like he's 6'5", 250 to me.
Yeah,
that's just by the eye test, because they say, he's bigger than Roethlisberger, look like.
He's a big dude.
He's a big, huge, and he's left-handed.
Yeah. So, I mean, he reminds me of Dobbs a lot. He looks a lot like Dobbs out there.
Just for way bigger.
You think he's way bigger than Dobbs?
Than Dobbs from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Penix look, that guy, how you say his name?
Michael Penix.
He look like, I don't think Dobbs is bigger than Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
This guy looks.
I gotta go back and check.
I'm saying, his thighs and everything look big.
Oh yeah, he's a big.
He's a big boy.
But again, he's a
tall and
6-year guy. But you know how it goes. You look big in college till you get to the NFL.
Yeah. I was just.
You know what I'm saying?
He's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5", 235 at least.
Let me see. Michael Penix is listed at 6'3", 214 pounds.
I don't believe that.
Yep.
Maybe so. But he look huge to me. Does he look big to you?
Yeah, he looks huge. He looks very big.
6'3", 2, that ain't bigger than that hardly.
Yeah, 6'3", 213. That's what I'm saying. He looked big in college.
Yeah, okay. Well,
he looked big in college.
He looked huge in college.
Yeah.
He don't just look big. He look enormous.
But when you play big, you look even bigger.
I mean, but when he's in the pocket and guys are trying to sack him,
strong, yeah.
Yeah, he looks huge.
But he plays big, man. He plays big. He plays big.
He played bigger than 6'3", 214.
Yeah, he's a grown man out there.
Yeah, I didn't know he was. That's way smaller than I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was 6'5".
Yeah, now
about 230.
He's a little bit bigger than that. He's shorter than Steph Curry.
Oh, basketball.
But yeah, who you got taking this one though? You think Washington's gonna beat the brakes off of Michigan? I don't trust Michigan. They played against a low.
I don't trust Michigan.
Alabama team
I'm taking Washington. I'm taking Washington.
I'm with you on that. Unless Michigan got another guy on UT sideline getting the signs.
You know that. Didn't Harbaugh get suspended this year?
Yeah.
For what, 2-3 games?
Yeah, like 3 games, I believe.
That should have DQ'd him from even being eligible, man.
No doubt.
It should have.
No doubt. But you know what? You know what? Michigan's ranked number 1 or 2 in that revenue. You know, so they're not gonna somebody. I think they're ranked number 2 to Ohio State in revenue generation. So somebody from the Big Ten got to be in that playoff, and we ain't gonna disqualify Michigan. Guarantee you that.
Oh yeah.
Because them chochos talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All day long.
And you know what walk.
Yeah, all day long. But we're gonna keep this thing moving. So Zay Green watch. Last week I told y'all Zay Green went out and she got her first NIL deal. So come to find out, it's with the Anthony Lawrence collection. He's a gentleman that makes clothing for a lot of the HBCUs and some of the universities. He makes dope clothing like jackets and hoodies and things like that for Colorado, LSU, Grambling, Southern, a lot of the SWAC schools, just about all the SWAC schools. He makes dope gear, but she is now a athlete under that brand. So go out, buy your University of Arkansas Pine Bluff gear from the Anthony Lawrence website. That's why I got it up on the laptop, right? So y'all can go and contribute and some cool gear out there, man. Go check it out, man.
Yeah, check it out. Support the HBCU.
Yeah, and it's a lot of Louisiana schools, LSU, Lafayette, Louisiana Tech. I think he's a Louisiana guy, must be. He's got good relationships down there in the boot. So
yeah, I'm sure he probably got Alcorn and all those.
Yeah, he does. So y'all go check out, that website. Congratulations, Zay, on that. As we anticipated, they went out and beat McNeese by 16 points last week on Sunday, on the 31st.
No, it wasn't a triple-double she had.
No, she almost. So it was 18 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds out there balling. One of her teammates scored 32 points, and another one scored 22 points. So, typically when a good player comes, the other players around you get better as well.
Because this is the whole thing, J.A. If they doubling you, if I can't score, it's a problem. Because if they doubling you, that means ain't nobody on me.
Yeah, and that's when them 9 assists come from.
On nobody. Yeah. Oh my.
Exactly.
I just
exactly. So y'all keep y'all eyes out. I believe they play again on Saturday. I forget exactly who they play. They play Arkansas. Is it Arkansas State? I believe. Is Arkansas State HBCU?
Yeah. Arkansas State.
Alabama State. I'm sorry. Alabama State. Okay, that's who it is. Is Alabama State or Alabama A&M, one of the two. But they play on
Arkansas
Saturday.
State is a HBCU.
Okay, gotcha.
If I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure.
Right on. So y'all keep your eyes out, man. Zay still balling. Things are coming her way. NIL, congratulations again. Watch her, man. Support her, man. That's like my little niece right there. From DeSoto, Texas, Duncanville, Texas area. Keep balling, Zay. Keep doing what you're doing. We watching. Moving on. So boxing news, Unc. So did you hear that USA Boxing has officially stated that transgender boxers can now fight
women
in women's boxing? And how do you feel about that? And I will say there are two things that must take place. They must have the full surgery, whatever that surgery looks like, and you know what that surgery is. I don't have to spell it out for a man. Basically, when a dog gets neutered type deal.
Yeah.
They got to have the full surgery completed, and they have to be under strict testosterone testing in order to box women. Now, on the flip side of that, there is a female that's already crossed over that's fighting men.
So
that's just
she don't get knocked out.
She
can't beat up no man.
He's a bald-headed dude with a beard now.
She can't beat up no man. Because this is the thing. I don't care what kind of surgery. And if you're going to be on strict testosterone testing, you are not, your body's still going to.
You don't want to fight. If you ain't got no testosterone in you, you do not want to fight. You don't want to fight.
And this is the whole thing. If you can, why would a man want to turn to a woman, then beat up on women? If you can fight men.
Exactly.
I have no problem with two men fighting.
Yeah.
But a man fighting a woman.
Yeah.
Just come on, man. That's let me say it like this. That's some bull hockey.
Yeah.
It is. Hockey,
so
come on, man.
Check this out. So it was a big deal being made about Jamal Charlo, one of the Charlo brothers. I forget. I don't want to mix them up. But if you know the story, you know the story. One of them was recently under a lot of heat for slapping a woman, right? And he was talking to his friend about how he, slapped the mess out of her and gave her a black eye, something like that.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this was a transgender man that was talking out the side of his neck.
They wanted some.
It was a woman that turned into a man.
And he was talking like he wanted some.
And was talking like he was a man.
And he talking like he wanted some.
And talking like he wanted some.
And he got it.
And then turned back to the female form.
Oh, and then now he got a problem with it.
Now he's a female again. after Charlo slapped him.
Now he wants to say that he slapped a woman.
How do we deal with that? What do we do in the situation? Who did Charlo slap? Because prior to that,
When he,
this
at the time he slapped him, he was a man. Right? And now you turn back to him.
Now, you know,
he slapped him back into reality.
You identified as a man, and now you slapped him, and that's why Charlo was saying, "Oh, he was talking tough," you know. And then when I slapped him, he folded up just like any other woman.
You know, this is the whole thing.
So, like, how do we deal with this situation here?
I don't know, but this is the whole thing.
Did he slap a man or a woman?
Just being honest.
I'm trying to figure this out right now.
It doesn't matter if you turn from a man to a woman or you turn to a woman
Still got them feminine bones.
You still are. You was born a woman. No matter what you scientifically do, you're still a woman.
Yeah.
This is all my opinion, and I hope I don't make anybody mad. Because scientifically, you're still a woman, and you can turn to a man from a man to a woman. Scientifically, and this is the whole thing. And when somebody, you know, this is a tricky subject. And this is physically, women cannot compete with men.
Physically.
And
mentally.
Let me explain to you why I say that. I'm going to go to my sport, track and field. The world record for a man is Usain Bolt, 9.58. The world record for a woman is FloJo, 10.49.
This boy's in high school running that.
The bench press record for a man is over 1,000 pounds. The bench press for a woman is 300 pounds less than the bench press record for a man. Over 350 pounds less. I mean, you know, the high jump record for a man is 8 feet.
How long the Olympics been going on?
Forever. And this not never, forever, but you know.
And this has never changed.
See, the men's weightlifting has always been stronger than the weightlifting. The men's jumping has always been, the long jump is further than the women. The high jump is higher than the women. The triple jump is longer than the women. The weightlifting is more than a woman. I mean,
I don't even know why we're having this conversation right now. So this is common sense as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as they can say, oh, well, Unc, he don't like women. You're lying. Because I got a mama. I got 8 sisters, a wife, had 3 daughters. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My life is full of women. I love women.
Yeah.
But if anyone think they can outrun me, outlift me, outjump me. Now my son, when he beat me running when he was 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
But my daughter, I done had hip surgery. My daughter still can't beat me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing personal.
It is what it is, women. Man.
I'm married to one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it ain't no bias.
So it has nothing to do with that.
It is what it is. We talking straight physically.
You know,
of course.
Anybody that think it's not a difference, you're delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple as that.
No doubt. And I just don't I don't agree. I mean, first of all, I don't see very many. I don't see very many men crossing over, you know, or transgender athletes crossing over into boxing. I don't. Now swimming, gymnastics, stuff like that.
They even had a young man in high school. He was a so-so wrestler as a man. Turned over, flipped over, and won the state championship as a girl.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on.
I remember that.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
You know, because this is the whole thing. If you want to wrestle and you want to be tough, don't be tough on some girls or some women. Be tough on some men.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Period.
Simple as that.
You ain't even pick on someone your own size. That you can't say that no more. You know, pick on a dude, bro, that can match your.
Sometimes you pick on somebody littler than you, they'll give you the business.
And I tell you the truth, I don't want to see some transgender. If I see a transgender dude boxing a woman, I'm not watching, bro. I don't want to see some man beating up on some woman, bro. I can't do that without getting pissed off. I'll get hot. I'll get hot.
And if he and I'm gonna tell you
like
this,
straight up.
And if she beat him.
Hey, if she beat
you on the lower echelon of men.
Of humanity.
Way down.
Humanity.
Way down. Yeah.
Period. You getting beat by you couldn't compete with the men and you getting beat by the women. Like, bro, like, stop.
Yeah, stop.
Stop
That's
competing,
exactly
bro.
What I'm gonna say,
Period.
stop it. You know.
Like, I feel like if you got to do all that, like, you need to stop anyway.
Yeah, you're not a competitor.
Yeah.
Just do something else.
Do something else. That ain't your calling, bro. You got to switch it up.
Be an actor.
Now, I will say, if it was a woman that came along and was knocking dudes out,
I would laugh all the way home. I would laugh.
I watch.
I would laugh all the way home.
I watch.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this: if a woman get up there and beat up Tommy the Hitman, her boy,
Yeah.
or Sugar Ray Leonard,
That's
or
a spectacle right there.
Yeah, or Mike Tyson.
That's something to watch.
Don't you know? I would.
That's
I don't
something
care
to watch.
how tough he was, or if he could beat me up, I would still laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, but that
would be funny to me.
I think the most competitive female to male sport will be tennis. You know, like honestly, you know, and I'm just saying, it's still a gap, but that's the most competitive because even in golf, you've seen the best female golfers go out there and not make the cut in the
and
PGA.
then you see
it's all about power and driving them, like where
these guys
hitting their tee shots from.
They'll hit the ball 300 yards like it's nothing. No woman ain't
not gonna do that.
And tennis, when these guys serve, man, they serving 140, 50 miles an hour. Woman serving 113.
Yeah.
120.
Yeah. When I say 120, I'm talking about Serena.
Yeah.
You know, the
that's
best.
the best.
And not the average, not even close.
She's still 30, 40 miles per hour behind on her serve that Andre Agassi or something.
Yeah,
they can't do it.
Man. No,
it just is what it is.
I think they made that. I think USA Boxing did that. This is really not going to take place, but we got to put some language in place. Right.
I mean,
because I don't see it happening. And if I do see it happening, I'm not going to respect it. And that's just
I'm
my
not going to look at it. I'm not going to respect it.
It is what it is. Like, I ain't got nothing against nobody, but I don't feel that any once man should be competing against any woman, period.
If you want to be a transgender and go to the club and dance like a woman and wear women clothes and drive a car like a woman and all that, that's fine. But if you think you're going to get in the NFL or the NBA, are you going to box Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or somebody? You're sadly mistaken.
It ain't happening.
Because you're not going to do it.
It ain't happening. And that might not be the language that they give you.
But that's just
we're
going to
give it to you straight what it is. Like, period. You're not going to get the opportunity to do that. Like, period. No. But anyways, it's a joke, man. A lot of the female boxers are up in arms about it. I understand why. But I don't think they got anything to worry about.
No.
Like, straight up. But I think that might be it.
And if Jonas was here, we'd have some tech talk.
The end of our story. Man, that's what's up, man.
Well,
appreciate
that's a good
y'all.
show.
Yeah, that's a good show, man.
And I hope we brought some clarification.
Yeah.
To this Lamar Jackson.
Oh man, try to get a little understanding, but we did get clarification that Lamar's better, and he is the.
I'm not saying it. I'm gonna say it like this: Lamar maybe 1 or 2% better than Dak, but it's not like he's 15, 20% better. Maybe
not this year.
Maybe 1 or 2%. And that's because his teammates. Because if Dak had those, I told you my cup was full of that ill.
Yeah.
Because if Dak had them same teammates, he'd probably have 3 losses instead of 5.
Yeah. And Lamar, he is.
And if he had Dallas teammates, he would probably have 5 losses instead of 3.
Lamar is the MVP, leading in passing and rushing on the top team in the NFL.
MVP.
So.
Because it's a team award.
What else can you ask for?
And it's the thing.
Yeah,
just remember, it's a team award, Lamar.
Yeah, no doubt. But that $230 million contract is yours.
Oh yeah. Did he sign? Oh yeah, he signed.
He signed that. He good to go.
Talking about the money, that's a different.
Yeah,
I wish Lamar would have got $300 million.
Yeah, he worth that.
As far as the money,
No
I
doubt.
want you to get all the money you can.
No doubt. But man, we appreciate y'all joining us today. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Sometime around noonish. Season 9 is going down.
It's going down.
You know what it is.
It's getting better as we go.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all's time today, man. Peace.
We out.
We out. Boom, boom, boom.